What is happening, people? This is Top Gun here, and I am finally made the effort to make this response video to Major Kill's video of the Doomslayer versus the Space Marine. Now, if you remember, I made a video saying I will correct this heresy, and just about as they about to finish themselves, I did a little cutscene.
Attention, Imperial citizen.
Now, I will stay true to my word and I will correct this heresy. Now, to be honest, I honestly thought there's no way in hell that the Doomslayer, who's a just a bad result of some angel doesn't like his boss and wants to overthrow her, and he gets this guy who just randomly appeared in their world and pumped them up full of drugs. And to be honest, in my opinion, I don't even think the Doomslayer would stand an inkling of a chance against a Space Marine. Not in the slightest. And to be honest, I thought it was a kind of sad that Major Kill, that he didn't actually choose a actual captain or chapter master of some description. So, since he won't, I will.
Thank the Emperor. 2nd Lieutenant Mira, 203rd Cadian Regiment.
Captain Titus, of the Ultramarines.
Now, Captain Titus is one of the best powerhouses I have ever seen come out of the Warhammer universe. An absolute badass. The Doomslayer could not withstand, not even a chance, against Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. Now we'll just have a brief look of the Space Marines background and Captain Titus.
The Space Marines are the pinnacle of human warfaring evolution, created by the mighty Emperor during his Great Crusade. They are the ultimate weapon against the tide of alien aggression, which threatens to wipe out all of humanity. Selected from the elite of mankind's untold billions of citizens, Space Marine candidates are subject to extensive genetic engineering, as well as years of training that many recruits do not survive. Standing 7 feet tall and encased in nearly indestructible armor, the Space Marine is an awe-inspiring sight that many humans will never live to see.
Space Marines are the ultimate superhuman warriors. Their bodies and their minds have been altered by surgery, by drugs, by training, by conditioning. Space Marines have unique organs implanted into them that give them capabilities beyond that of normal human beings. But the most impressive thing about a Space Marine is actually his will to win, his fortitude, his sense of worth, his sense of identity, and his absolute stalwart belief in the Emperor and in the defense of the Imperium.
As one of the founding chapters of the Space Marines, the Ultramarines are the highest example of nobility and righteousness in this dark universe.
The Ultramarines are the epitome of a Space Marine chapter.
After a rebellion known as the Horus Heresy, the Ultramarines Primarch created a doctrine that defines the chapters and governs all aspects of chapter organization and battle tactics. This is known as the Codex Astartes.
The Codex Astartes was created 10,000 years ago by the greatest leader the Ultramarines have ever known, Rabuti Guliman. And he wrote the Codex Astartes to define what a Space Marine chapter should be like. And for that reason, it's regarded as almost as a holy book by the Space Marines. And most of the Space Marine chapters actually follow its rules and regulations really, really closely.
In the Imperium of Man, there are thousands of different Space Marine chapters, each with 1,000 members. The Ultramarines chapter is divided into 10 companies. Each company is commanded by a veteran Space Marine who's been awarded many honors during their lifetime of service as a result of bravery and honor in battle.
Captain Titus is a really, really great example of an Ultramarines captain. He's got bags of experience, but the main thing about him is he can balance tactical, strategic objectives in his head. He's the guy who can actually work out what's the best course of action in an instant, and he's got a really well-honed instinct for what's right.
And that's just a brief look of what the Space Marine and the character I've selected to defend the Space Marines, Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. Now that's out of the way, we can look at the type of weapons I would like to see Captain Titus be wielding when he faces off with the Doomslayer. We already know what Doomslayer's loadout is, and it's a small arsenal. It's just one weapon in particular, the Captain Titus's melee weapon, that I'm having trouble with. I don't know if to either give him the chainsword to make a bloody mess, or the power axe just to finish him quickly. Tough choice. But luckily I already know what his range armament is already going to be.
Well met, Space Marine recruit. You are accessing Codex entry, Ranged Armament. We have shown you the melee weapons of the Space Marines. We will now, with Captain Titus's help, show you the awesome power of their ranged arsenal. The Bolter is a mid-ranged weapon and is standard issue for a Space Marine. It fires self-propelled projectile rounds, the roar of which strike confusion and fear into the hearts of the enemy. While the Bolter is one of the more effective projectile weapons, for infiltration and heavy-duty assault, melter guns are sometimes the preferred choice. Also called fusion guns or cookers, the melter gun is fairly quiet, yet extremely effective in destroying enemy vehicles before they're able to deploy into battle. Last but not least, the Stalker Bolter is an effective countermeasure for enemies and lurkers on high ground. Its scope allows for extreme accuracy across great distances. It is a finely honed weapon that requires some practice to utilize effectively. That said, once the wielder has proven himself more than competent, it proves itself more than lethal.
The one thing that you always got to remember with Captain Titus, I guess frankly with any Space Marine, you close the distance to melee combat, the likelihood of your survivability is 0. Because Captain Titus, or in fact any Space Marine, does not waste any time dispatching an enemy that's going to be a pain in the ass, or in this case, a mere annoyance.
One of us!
Okay, I think I've decided which melee weapon I would like to see Captain Titus wielding against the Doomslayer, and I reckon, that I would like to see the chainsword be put into action, because I want to see this end up in bloody mess all over the place.
You're accessing Codex entry, Chainsword. Captain Titus of the Ultramarines will demonstrate its effectiveness in combat. The chainsword is a melee weapon with powered razor-sharp teeth that run along the specially forged blade. The weapon makes an angry roar as its teeth spin, intensifying into a high-pitched shriek when it slams into armor. Your enemies will cower at its very sound. When wielded by a Space Marine, it is lethal. It will be your right hand. And your enemy's death.
I probably should also mention that Captain Titus has a, what would you call it, a shield called the Iron Halo. So small arms fire from the Doomslayer, I doubt it would even be enough to breach the shield. His rocket launcher? Yeah. Shotgun? Wouldn't even come close. The green snot launcher, yeah, that would definitely breach it. Now, I could rage on for about 7 minutes to describe how Captain Titus could easily dispatch and have a major hard-on for destroying everything on sight, but I've got a life to live, so let's just get on with the final battle, shall we? So we're about to portal into another part of this demonic incursion on Earth, then all of a suddenly the Abomination Angel hacks his system and sends him off into another dimension. Meanwhile, Captain Titus is dealing with a demon incursion on one of the Forge worlds, and him and his squad have been tasked to secure the Warlord Titans. Anyway, they see a portal open up, and they're thinking it's gonna be another demons that are coming through this portal. Unfortunately, Captain Titus is separated from his squad, so he won't have any backup. Then coming through the portal is the Doomslayer, disoriented and wondering where the hell he is. Well, suddenly, sees Captain Titus. Captain Titus immediately thinks, demon! And starts firing upon the Doomslayer. The Doomslayer takes a few shots. Then decides, we better take cover. Then he whips out his heavy cannon and starts firing at Captain Titus. And these shells are deflecting off Captain Titus's shields. Partially, getting it half charged, but hasn't breached his shield. And in his arrogance and firing that much rounds at once, he's realized, oh shit, I'm out of ammo. Then he switches to his green snot launcher without realizing that Captain Titus has made a full brunt sprint towards him in the cover he's sitting behind. Then all suddenly Captain Titus smashes through his buddy cover, but he stuns the Doomslayer. Then Captain Titus grabs him in midair, slams his ass on the ground, and then stomps his head into a bloody clouded mist, ending the threat, while the rest of his squad comes in and asks Captain Titus if they're alright, and then he goes, yep, she's alright, mate, and fucking continues on with the, defending of the Forge World. In saying all that, guys, I have got nothing against the Doomslayer, not in the slightest. I think he is a badass in his own right, but against a Space Marine, in this case Captain Titus, not a chance in hell. Especially if Captain Titus was with his squad or with the right ordnance. In the end, no. I do not believe the Doomslayer would ever come close to defeating any Astartes, any Space Marine, let alone even Captain Titus. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed it. That was my response video to Major Kills, the Doomslayer vs Space Marines. I'm out. Ciao.
That ends our training, recruit. Now the choice is yours. Will you hide in the shadows, one of the multitude who cower in fear of the coming darkness? Or will you rise, fulfill your destiny, join our brotherhood, and become one of the Angels of Death, the Adeptus Astartes, the Space Marines.